the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 24. For in the long garment was the whole world, and in the 4 rows of the stones was the glory of the Father's graven, and the majesty upon the diadem of his head. That's us, Israel. We showing you that the world is divided into 12 parts. We showing you it's more definitions of the world than just one. We showing you that the Most High has appointed salvation for you. You are the very elect. There's no way around it. Shalom, Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Most High in Christ bless. We want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Yahweh in the name of His Son Yahweh Shah. And what we're going to do today is we're going to further expound on a lesson that Brother Uriel did earlier this week, and this is John 3:16 for the simple part 2. My name is Yakanan Maccabeus.
My name is Daniel.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go through this Bible and we're going to give you an understanding. Of course, we're going to start with the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
Let's get to it. John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this Bible, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to give you the truth so it will make you free, you know? So you get a proper understanding of John 3:16 according to the Bible. And we're going to give you some more precepts as Brother Uriel already did, but we're going to further expound on that. From there, we're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 10.
Isaiah 28?
Isaiah 28, 10.
28, 10.
I'm already there if you want me to read it. Go ahead. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept. For precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So to get the proper understanding of this Bible, you're going to have to get a little bit from the Old Testament, which some Christian pastors are going to tell you is done away with. And you're going to have to go to the New Testament, and we're going to have to bring it all together to get the proper understanding. And that's exactly what we're going to do to further expound on John 3:16. From there, we're going to go to the book of John, chapter 3, and we're going to start at verse 14.
14. Gotcha. All right, it's the book of John. Chapter 3, verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Stop. So right there, it says, and even as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so even must the Son of Man be lifted up. So who was the serpent lifted up in the wilderness to? First, you got to figure that out. And we're going to go to the book of Numbers, chapter 21, and we're going to start at verse 5.
Numbers 1?
21.
21.
And we're going to start at verse 5.
Got you.
And we're going to read to 9, I believe.
Okay. This is Numbers 21, verse 5.
Bring it out.
And the people spoke against God and against Moses. Wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul loatheth this light bread. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And the Lord said unto Moses, verse 8, and the Lord said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent, and set it up upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass, and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
Read 10. Sorry.
That's right. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in Oboth.
Who set forth?
The children of Israel.
So there you have it right there. As Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, it was lifted up to the children of Israel. The other nations wasn't there in the wilderness of Sinai. It was just the children of Israel who was there. You know? So that's why it says, just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so must the Son of Man be lifted up. The Son of Man must be lifted up to the children of Israel. From there, we're going to go back, and we're going to go to John 3, and we're going to read 14 and 15.
John chapter 3, verse 14 and 15.
Read.
And Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, and as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life, or eternal life.
Okay, read, keep reading.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Okay, stop. So after they read John 3:16, and you solidify, as Brother Uriel did in the previous video, to show you that the world was the children of Israel, what they're going to do is they're going to try to run to C. It says whosoever. But no, we're going to further expound on the whosoever too as well.
That's
and
right.
We're going to leave no corners cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 21 and 22. And we're going to show you who the whosoever is.
What was that?
The book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 21 and 22.
Chapter 2, 2:22. Gotcha. All right, this is Acts chapter 2, 21 and 22. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Slakia. So you see it says whosoever. So the Christians going to run to that. They're going to say whosoever. See it says whosoever. Read.
Ye men of Israel.
Who?
Ye men of Israel.
So the whosoever in John 3:16 is also the children of Israel. You know, there's no dispute that this is going precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. But let's go back to John 3:16 and further expound.
This is verse 17.
No, 16.
Want me to go to 16?
Yeah.
16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Okay. So people still going to be caught up on the world. So we're going to get out of Christ's mouth and show you that the world has more than one definition in the Bible. We're going to go to the book of John, chapter 17, and we're going to start at verse 5.
And 5. This is
No, I'm sorry, chapter 9, Salakia. Chapter 17
9.
verse 9, yeah.
Got you. All right, so this is John 17, verse 9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
Hold up, he said what?
He said, I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
Read.
But for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee. Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. Keep on.
Yeah.
And now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Keep going. It's 16.
Keep reading.
All right. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
And right there, you're seeing that it's more than one definition of world through the mouth of Jesus Christ. If the world in John 3:16 was the whole world, then you got to think that Christ is bipolar or something, because he's telling you right there in chapter 17, where we just read, that he prayed not for the world, that he prayed for those that are his. Who are his? The children of Israel.
That's right.
We're going to pick it up at chapter 18, John chapter 18, at verse 20. And we're going to show you further who the world is.
18, this is John 18 and 20. Jesus answered him, I spoke openly to the world. I even taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whither the Jews always resort, and in secret have I said nothing.
So there you go. He spake openly to the world of the Jews.
Of the Jews.
Of the Jews. There's no way around it. I mean, if you think that he went from the Old Testament to the New Testament, that means he's contrary to the Most High. He's only dealing with the children of Israel. From there, to prove that, we're going to go to the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27.
Joel or Job?
Joel.
Joel 2:27.
Mm-hmm. Remember, we're gonna go from the book from the New Testament, and we're gonna go to the Old Testament, from the beginning of the book to the end of the book, and we're gonna go some in the Apocrypha too as well.
That's right. All right, this is Joel chapter 2:20 and verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
So he's showing you right there that he is Israel's God.
That's right.
And none else. He's in the midst of Israel and none else. So he's showing you again who the world is. The world is Israel. We're going to further prove that, and we're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, and I want to see 17.
40:17.
I'm sorry, 45 and 17. My apologies. Slakia.
And the residue?
45 and 17.
Wrong. This is 44. 45:17. I got you. This is Isaiah chapter 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved.
Who shall be saved?
He said Israel. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Who without end?
World without end.
So there you have it. It's showing you that the world that Christ came in John 3:16 to is the world of Israel once again. We're going to even pick it up further for you. Go to 2nd Esdras 14, 11, 12. 2nd Esdras. No, 14, 10, 11. Salakia. take your time. You probably got to give other people a chance to flip the page too and get where they need to go.
No doubt. So you said, what was it? Second address and what?
14,
14?
10, 11.
Okay. 14, 10, 11. 14, 10, and 11. All right, we got second address, chapter 14, verse 10 and 11. For the world have lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts.
The world is divided into how many parts?
Got him. Into 12 parts. And the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of the 10th part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Okay, so right there is showing you that the world has been divided into 12 parts. The 12 parts that it was divided into is the 12 tribes of Israel.
Woo.
So right now, our responsibility is to go out. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove the people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. That's your duty. Your duty is to go out and teach the people, to tell them that they're in the midst of sin, and now that we know who we are. It's time to snap out of it. It's time to come out of the ways of the world. Straight like that. There's no other way. Go back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that was meant for you, that were given to you.
That's right.
What more do you need? John 3:16, the whole world doctrine is done away with right now. We just gave you all the precepts. And Brother Uriel went in earlier. So that's what it is.
That's it, man. You guys go out there, take these precepts, and bring this truth to our people.
That's right.
So-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Show them with love. Treat them with kindness and show them this word. You know what I mean? So they understand it. You got to connect the dots for them. A lot of them don't understand. They don't even see themselves in this Bible. They don't even see themselves as the people in this Bible. So go ahead. Get them in that Deuteronomy 28 is a pivotal chapter that really sits home with people when you break it down to them. Show them verse 46 that shows them that these curses are upon us forever.
Our brother Azariah, he gave us a scripture to bring out.
Yeah, what we got? He said Solomon 18:24.
I had it marked too. I don't know why I didn't bring it up. I said he prays for them. He prays not for the world. You know, when it's all throughout the Bible. It says in the Psalms, chapter 40, verse 7, that he come in the volume of the book. If he came for the children of Israel in the beginning, he's coming for the children of Israel in the end. There's no way around it. The Most High said, he is the same, he changed not. He changed not.
That's right.
And we are the glory of the Most High. And yes, the Most High, he has blessed other nations, but they already receiving their blessing. We got next. All you got to do is keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Point blank, period. And you're going to reign in the kingdom of Christ. And we're going to reign in righteousness. And then the world going to rejoice. You got anything you want to add?
No, I think we really touched on what Israel needed when they're out there on the streets, or when they're trying to, bring this truth to their parents or to a family member or a friend. Like I said, really get into that Deuteronomy 28 to make them see themselves in the Bible.
That's right.
That was something that I've been facing recently. I've been facing when I talk and I try to bring this truth. They don't really see themselves as the people, as Israel. And I spoke with my mom just to give a little quick testimony. I gave her and I broke it down to her in Deuteronomy 28. And when she realized that, she was like, you know what? I've been serving Christ for so many years that I never really thought about myself being Israel. She said, I didn't see myself as Israel. And that just woke me up, saying that when we out there and we're talking to our brothers and our sisters, we got to show them first who they are according to this word, so they can see the dots. And then when you're bringing all this extra stuff, they're like, okay, that makes sense now because I am Israel.
Yep, I can relate to that.
You know, you got anything about that too? Or something?
No, I think you pretty much touched it.
Yeah,
I think we pretty much
did
touched
a great
it.
job. Yeah.
We'd like to thank y'all for watching.
Yeah.
This is Rise the Chosen, Truth Beyond the Surface Temple.
That's right.
You can look us up here on the page. We're going to be posting daily. We got the YouTube channel, Mikael. Shout outs to Brother Yazar Adarov, Brother Azariah, Brother Uriel for touching on this topic earlier this week. We just wanted to further expound on it. Shout out to Solomon Ben Israel, Ak Mikael, and anybody that we're forgetting, and those who tuned in, Jeremy Espolita, Kalakai, Yayla Unique, and Sister Natura LeComte. And we'd like to thank y'all for watching.
Thank you.
Kulu Nasharala! Kulu Nasharala! Kulu Nasharala!